Hi everyone, this is Geneviève with GenevieveMarie.com, and today I will be walking you through OptimizeMember plugin tutorial video. So basically, when you're setting up an online course or a membership site, this is the plugin that really makes the magic happen. It's the plugin that allows the integration with your shopping cart, the integration with your mailing list, and the integration with your WordPress dashboard, and the ability to have all three integrate with one another. And this is important when you're setting up a membership site or an online course, because you want to be able to capture user information, username and password, email addresses for your mailing list, and you obviously want to be able to receive payment for your course or membership site. So OptimizeMember is a plugin, so it needs to be uploaded and installed to your WordPress platform before you can begin. If you haven't done so yet, please just pause the video and go do that now. But for those of you who have been watching my previous videos, you'll know that I've installed WordPress and I've installed OptimizePress theme, and now I've installed OptimizeMember plugin, and I'm ready to configure my plugin. So the first step to configuring this plugin is to obviously go to OptimizeMember. If you don't know how to get here, basically when you are in your WordPress dashboard, just look downwards and you should see it towards the bottom, called OptimizeMember, and you just want to go to General Options. So the first step is to define membership levels and packages. Now what's important to understand here is the difference between how certain plugins work. With the OptimizeMember plugin, your membership levels are built on a hierarchy. So the higher the level, the more permission you have. What this means in the real world is that if you've got 3 membership levels set up, so levels 1, 2, and 3, and somebody subscribes to your level 3 membership, they will by default have access to level 2 and level 1. If somebody subscribes for level 4, by default they have access to level 3, level 2, and level 1. If somebody subscribes for level 1, they only have access to level 1. They can't have access to level 2. Okay? So this is why if you're planning on setting up multiple courses on the same site, you need to keep this in mind and not set them up as individual levels. This is where packages comes in. So the way OptimizeMember wants you to set up your courses if you have multiple courses is by designating packages for each course. So I've gone ahead and created packages 1, 2, and 3, but I'll show you, I'll demonstrate how I did this. So for instance, if I take the example of setting up 2 courses on one site, I will just simply type in course 1 and click enter. And there I have it. And course 2. And say enter. And there it is. Now, if you are to use the predefined levels here, you can always change the names. You don't have to keep the names that are here. And the free subscriber level is a great level for people who have perhaps people on their list already that they want to manually enter, or if they want to just do a beta version of their course and they want to subscribe people to the course without sending them through the payment process, you would then allow free subscribers, which I'll show you how to do in a second, and send them the registration page and have them register as a free subscriber, which would give them access to your course or your membership site for however long you would like them to have access to it. So I just need to click back on the title and it closes. The next thing I want to do is I want to define my mailing list. And in order to do this, in order to see my list appear here, I need to make sure that I've set it up correctly in my OptimizePress dashboard. So I've covered this in a previous video, so I won't do this now, but just know that if you don't see your list appear here, you've either not installed, you've not configured it in your OP dashboard, or you've not done it correctly. So I would suggest you you go back, you go to OptimizePress dashboard, email marketing services, and set up your marketing mailing list there. So basically, the way this works is OptimizeMember allows you to select your provider for each list, so that when people sign up for your program or for your membership site, you can send their info to your mailing list. So for instance, for level 1 members, MailChimp is my provider, but then I can decide from all my lists where I want their information captured. Some people will create lists for the courses. Some people will have them join existing lists. That's up to you to decide what you want, but this is where you do it. So you just go and pull your provider from the list and choose your list. Easy peasy, nothing else to do. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, well, if I'm setting up multiple courses and I'm using packages, how do I integrate with the packages? And that's something I'll get into in a future video. But just know that each package can be associated to any membership level. So it's through that integration that we connect to the list. Okay? So I'll leave it at that for now, and just know that in future more advanced videos I will cover these topics. Now here's something that's really important. Your membership options redirect page. Basically, this is a page that visitors would be redirected to if they are trying to access restricted membership content. Now, if you've just installed OptimizeMember plugin and you've not actually gone into OptimizePress page builder to build any pages, you won't have a selection of pages here to choose. Okay, just like here, I don't have anything, I just have sample page. But basically what you want to do when you're creating an e-course or a membership site is to have a page set up that your visitors can fall on if they don't have access to the pages they're trying to view. So for some people, a sales page would be a good page to have. So it talks about the program or the membership site, and you might entice people to sign up. If you are not running an evergreen program and so the sales period is closed, you can always redirect them to a login page that you create. And then that way they'll know that they need to have a username and password to access whatever content they're trying to access. So this is where you would choose your page. Now, I've gone ahead and created some pages that I've not published yet because I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's empty. I will go and publish those pages, and we'll come back here and I'll show you how to choose it from the list. So basically, I'm just going to make sure I save all my changes that I've created before getting out of here. I'm going to go to my pages. Okay, now I built my pages in OptimizePress Page Builder. This is for another video. But I've got 3 pages that I've created here, and I've left them as draft. So my redirect login page, I'm going to click on it, and I'm just going to publish it. I've done absolutely nothing to it. I've not configured it. Now that it's been published, I will go back to OptimizeMember, General Options, and I should see it appear. There it is. So I choose it as the page that, you know, restricted members or restricted visitors will fall on if they try to access content that is restricted to users only. Members homepage and login welcome page is basically the same idea. What page do you want your members to land on once they've logged into your site? Normally people create a sort of welcome page or members hub or something like that. I've gone ahead and done that in pages. So I'm going to go back to pages and I am going to publish. I'm going to go back to OptimizeMember, General Options, and come back to my members homepage, login welcome page. And I will choose it from my list. And there you go. So that's all you need to do here. Now the email configuration is something that new users, or when somebody signs up for your program or membership site, this is the email they will be receiving from you. So you just want to make sure that your email info is correct and that this email says what you want it to say. Now, one thing I would advise you to do for the new user email configuration is to say yes, customize new user emails with OptimizeMember. And once you do that, then you can click here to completely customize the email that they will be receiving. So basically, if I don't do anything to it, the email will say, you know, your username password for OP University, which is the name of this site. And by default, it will pull the username and the password that was generated for them, and also include the registration/login page URL. Now, if you want to add a message here and say, you know, woohoo, you registered, I'm so happy to see you here. I can't wait to dig deeper. You know, please feel free to have a look around. Anything you want, this is where you would include those messages. Okay, so I always use OptimizeMember to configure the emails, always. Now, remember when I was talking about the free subscriber level? This is where you would allow it. So you just have to say yes to allow it, and then, you know, no to not. So it depends on your course. If you're offering a free course, then the easiest thing to do is to say yes, open free registration. If you're doing a beta course, if you want to give access to a few people, this is where you would do it. But when you click no, then the free registration level disappears. If you click yes, then you're good to go. But just keep in mind that when you click yes, you're unlocking your, you know, your registration page URL. So if you don't want free subscribers at all, just make sure to come back here and say no. Now, this URL here is your standard login and registration page. It's the same thing. So you customize it over here. Basically, if I do a right click and I open in a new tab, this is what the default registration page will look like. Username, email address, first name, last name, register. Once a user has gone through this, this page will then change to be just username, username, password, and it'll say login. And to configure it, because I mean, you don't want it to have the OP logo or anything like that, you just do it all here. So you can change the font size and the font family. You can use a different background color. Right now it's set to white.